AC Hello to the 5 people on right now. I don't know how long this live is going to be. And I don't know why I'm trying to put both my headphones in and put that down. This is just more so you guys can hear me, because I think my AC is going to come on in a bit. Trying to avoid background noise. You guys can say hello. Say hi. It's just 11 strangers in here. It's okay. Oh, thanks for the likes. Thank you. Oh, that's nice. We have some crowd participation. Now we've got 14 people. That's lovely. Hello to the 14 people that have hopped on. I don't hear background noise. Not yet. Not yet. I have my AC on, so at some point it's going to pop on. What up, Astroni? How are you? Hola. It is freezing a bit. Where is it freezing? Me? I'm freezing? I'm frozen? My internet is shit, but I have all the bars. Anybody else experiencing technical difficulties? Hope not. I'm seeing lots of hearts, so that's working. There, 106. You're a beautiful woman. Oh, thank you. It came with the body. Hi, Knights. We're going to talk about... Holy shit, there's 200 people in here. How did it go from like 10 to 200? What the hell? Aloha. Yeah, at some point my AC is going to kick on, hopefully. Or at some point you guys are going to hear me yell at somebody to turn the AC on, because I'm already sweating. Lagging. Is it lagging for anybody else? Because if it is, I've got to leave and come back. Is there lag? The video freezes every 7 seconds. Is it me? Am I the drama? What do you plan to talk about today? Well, first let's establish whether or not I'm lagging. I'm trying to see. No lag. All right, if you're lagging, say... Cern is warming up. Okay, some people are saying that they're all good, and then other people are saying it's a bit laggy. It's a bit laggy. No lag. It's better now. Okay, maybe it's just taking a while. No lag. All right, cool. Seems okay now. All right, maybe it's a lag. Restart. It's better now. No lag. All right, guys, I'm sorry if you're experiencing a lag. Maybe you're just not meant to hear what I have to say. It's TikTok. Hey, Aura Magi, how are you? It's lagging every few seconds. Now it's fine. Cool now. Okay. Scrolling by, shirt is fire. Thank you. Stay. Hey, that one's behind you. Are really lagging. Is that... The paintings are lagging? Oh, that's funny. I get it. That was a good joke. I like that. That's hilarious. Yeah, they're stuck in time. Holy shit. Like, what if, like, paintings are, like, moving, but, like, super slowly, and, like, every, like, 1,000 years or so, they, like, change or blink or something. And, but since you painted them, like, you're not there to see it, right? So, anyway. My paintings, so I call them art from an alternate timeline or parallel universe. And it's pretty self-explanatory. I try to create paintings, art from alternate timelines. What would art look like in a world without like misogyny, without slavery, without racism, all of that. And that's what inspires my art right now. I do watch Doctor Who. Now I'm frozen. Just kidding. Am I your doppelganger? That's cool. I have to see what you look like. I have no idea what I look like. I wrote something, like a short poem. I'll record a video and post it. And the poem was something to the effect of like, do you guys ever try to take a, do you guys ever try to take like a picture of a sunset or like a big, like the full moon, and you take a picture of it with your phone and it looks like shit on your phone, yeah? But your eyes see something completely different than what your phone shows you. My thought process is, wait, if that could happen with like the moon or like the sunset, like how do you know that doesn't happen with your face, right? Like we take a picture and we think, because we can only see ourselves through either like reflections or through like photos, and but the phone and your camera cannot capture what the eyes see. And so think about like you on your worst day when you like take a selfie and you look at it and you think you look like that. You don't look like that. Like if a phone can't accurately capture what your eyes can see with the moon or with the sunset, like imagine what you're capturing on like your camera. That's not you. That's not your essence. The camera cannot capture your essence. So you are absolutely and truly beautiful. So just something for you to think about there. I am an artist, the artist. Jolie Artist. It's in my name. And these are my paintings. Yeah, so I love you too. So beautiful. Never thought about it that way. Yeah, it like hit me the other day. Oh, the comments are coming really fast. Hi. So we're talking about Doctor Who. Yeah. I need to watch the new season. I have to admit that I didn't watch the last season, but I'm definitely going to watch the new one. I stopped after Matt Smith. No, that's not true. I watched some of the older guy. I don't remember his name. What his season, but I just couldn't get into it. But definitely looking forward to the new season. So, yeah, and thank you guys for the compliments. What is the price for one of my pieces? So they are originals, and there's only one. Hi, Meryl. And so they go for the prices of originals. I am working, you can go to my website, joliartist.com. I am working on eventually turning them into prints so I can sell the prints, because I know that at that price point, they're not accessible to everybody. But what's most important right now, and kind of the hidden reason why they're priced the way they're priced, is that I would rather show them than sell them. I want people to be able to see it. So there. What's my sign? I'm a Virgo. What do you think about the zombie apocalypse? So I think about, I actually have a video on this. So somebody asked, what do I think about the zombie apocalypse? And it's a bit dark. This doesn't kind of come through on my TikToks because you guys are only getting like a portion of who I am. But I do have a very dark sense of humor. So in a zombie apocalypse, I would not. Okay, so so do you remember in The Walking Dead, the first episode where they were saying like, oh, these people were cowards and they like, checked out the moment, people came back from the dead and started eating people's brains? That would be me. Because I have zero interest in living through a zombie apocalypse. I'm not the kind of person that just wants to survive by any means necessary. So yeah, I'm out like immediately. Okay, my lipstick has nothing to do with Cern, but it's cool. My lipstick, two things. One, I use a base. The base is Colored Rain. You can find them on Instagram. It's COLOURED space RAINE. I love their cosmetics. I actually use their blush. It's like this like spicy orange. So I use it. I think it's called like Whatever. It's like a dark, deep chocolate. And then on the top, I use Clove and Hollow. It's like an orangey, like a burnt umber orangey lipstick. It's not a lipstick. It's actually a lip paint. It's matte. And I use that on top. So I actually combine my colors a lot. So that's the combination. Yeah. People are talking about the paintings. Yeah, people have said, are these all different versions of me? Well, if you subscribe to the ideology that we are all one consciousness existing in multiple forms, then yes, it would make sense that my paintings are multiple versions of me. It's just every painting that I posted, or I would post like in the background of one of my videos, somebody would always say, is that you? So now going forward, I'm going to try to put two paintings next to each other and then watch like people like try to figure out if it's me. They're not me. I've only actually done one self-portrait of myself. And it's funny because I did a video where I sat in front of the self-portrait, and of all the videos where people were like, is that you? Is that you? The one video of the painting of myself that I painted that I thought looked like me, people were like, that's not, nobody asked if that was me. So it was weird to me. Anyway, but I guess it goes back to what I was saying earlier about like, we have no idea what we actually look like. A camera cannot capture our essence, you know? So what are my thoughts on Cern? I have a video I just posted before I hopped on live. In case you guys have never heard of me or seen my face before, I am the shadow ban queen. I stay shadow banned on TikTok for no fucking reason. Like, oh, I guess probably because but I don't even custom my videos. Anyway, I stay shadow banned. So, every once in a while, like I'll have a video that like come through. Hi. But then like the rest of my videos don't do very well. So I posted a video explaining exactly what I think about Cern. And, you can leave the live and go watch the video and then come back. Somebody said it's a great video. Well, thank you. Somebody asked earlier if I'm a compulsive liar. I'm the opposite of that. I actually have a problem where I compulsively tell the truth. And I need to stop doing that because I keep getting in trouble. Like if you ask me a question, it just comes out of my mouth, and like there's nothing here to go, shut up. Don't say that. Like that might either hurt somebody's feelings, or maybe you don't need to tell them like something like that. So I'm working on it. Like as I've gotten older, it is a compulsion. Yeah, the truth does hurt. So I really, I'm learning now actually. So it's not even like not to speak. What I'm trying to train myself to do is to pause and choose my responses, not react. So even when I'm talking to you guys in the video and I'm saying don't react, respond, I'm also talking to myself first, because like I have this thing where you say something to me, you ask me a question, I'll tell you. Like, have you ever, like come across somebody where you're talking to them and like their breath is not okay? It's just like sidebar. We're going to talk about Cern. Like we keep talking about Cern. But sidebar. And like you tell them, hey, your breath is not okay. Like, and you're not meaning it to be offensive. It's just if they can't tell, obviously they can't tell because they're breathing in your face, right? Like, so I will say something, hey, your breath is not okay. Do you want like a mint or something like that? So then they're aware. But then people get mad when I do that. So I don't know. Am I going to walk, like have you just, I'm not the kind of friend that's going to have you walking around with like bad breath is what I'm saying. So, but whatever, I guess it's not. Just offer a breath mint. I will offer a breath mint, but then I will also tell them, hey, something's not right. Take care of that. But I don't mean it in a mean way. Like I want somebody to tell me, hey, that's not, you should go brush your teeth or something like that. Somebody asking, I just saw a comment that just says she's a Virgo. You guys ask, I'm a Virgo. Yeah. People asking what is Cern. Cern is, it's a lab. This is very Google can explain this better, but they're a lab up in Geneva, Switzerland, and they do physics stuff, and they are presently on the 5th firing their Large Hadron Collider, which a lot of people on TikTok have been saying is going to either tear a fabric of space and time and allow some demons to come through, or I've seen some crazy videos where like you could tell, and I don't even mean this in the wrong way, but you can tell that they don't know what they're talking about. And I just went in and read their safety reviews. And if you read their safety reviews, like if you go and read the safety report of their LHC, it's on their website, or just Google it. They know what they're doing. CERN knows what they're doing is sketchy at best, but they're kind of like optimistic in the sense of like, have you ever like met a salesperson who only sees the good? Thank you for the compliment on the work. Who only sees the good? So like they'll just like hype up like what's the best case scenario, and they'll like leave out the worst case scenario. That is what that safety report is talking about. And they like hired scientists to, do these reports. And I'm sorry, like if you're paying me well, I'm not like this, but if you're paying experts to say something, you can always find an expert, especially if you pay them, you can find an expert to say what you want them to say. So, best case scenario, we just shift to a parallel universe, and some have argued that that is the cause of Mandela effects. And worst case scenario, they create a stable black hole and we all get sucked into it. And then that's the end of that. I'm not too stressed about it. I think it's going to be firing on Tuesday. Depending on where you are, you can like look it up. And I'm going to be eating like ice cream and cookies and just waiting to see what happens. Yeah, I'm not, I'm not that stressed, but I said, what did I say with so much confidence? Sometimes I say a lot of stuff with confidence. I'm not stressed either, protecting my energy. Yeah, like it is what it is. Like you can't, I mean, I'm not really. Rise of Gru is better. Are you guys arguing? Or are you talking to? I'm holding on. I'm paying off the rent. Actually, that's a good call. Somebody said that they're just gonna chill on paying their rent off and see what happens. I mean, I don't know. That's a fifth though. There might be a late fee associated with that. Maybe we'll end up in a better timeline. See, I like that thinking. Maybe, because most of the videos people are like saying like, oh God, they're going to open up like open up into an alternate dimension and let some demons in. Which reminds me of that book and a movie. I think it's called The Dark Tower, had Idris Elba in it. Did anybody see that movie? I feel like not that many people saw the movie. It was actually a really good movie. But there were some entities in Stranger Things. I haven't seen Stranger Things, but there were some entities in a parallel universe, and they were like kind of, or in a not parallel universe, an alternate dimension, and they were like coming through and doing shit. I need to read the book, but I just watched the movie. It is totally underrated. So I think that might be a good movie to watch over the 4th of July weekend in anticipation for July 5th. I apologize, guys. Like I said, you guys don't get to see like the dark. I have a dark sense of humor. I don't take things seriously. And I think everything that I've read basically says that, everything that I've read and I've experienced basically said that like, you're not your body. Consciousness never dies. It just shifts, either shifts into various forms or just transforms. So I'm not really afraid. And I'm trying to be mindful because like, I don't want to like, because sometimes my the way I see the world and like I'll sit and have a conversation with a friend. Actually, this happened on Monday. I sat and had a conversation with like one of my friends. Let's hope the demon doesn't drag me out of bed on the floor. Y'all are hilarious. I sat and had a conversation with one of my friends, and I was just like going off. I was like on some like Nietzsche shit, and when I finished my rant, I looked back and their eyes were like open, and I was like, oh shit, I'm being like really dark, but I could find the humor in like dark topics, so I was cracking up. And like 2-3 days later, they're texting me like, yeah, I'm still thinking about what we were talking about on Monday, and I'm like, please don't listen to me. Like, but yeah, I'm not afraid. My mom said this to me one day. She said something to the effect of like, if anything were to happen, right, I would rather it all just happen to all of us at the same time simultaneously. Like, that's the best way to go out. And I bonded with her when she said that, because I was like, facts. Like, I'm not really, because it's not the stuff, it's not what was, because I don't remember what was beforehand, and we don't know what's going to happen after. So it's not the stuff. It's like seeing the people you care about suffer, and watching them suffer, or you suffering because the person you cared about is, gone. I don't want to deal with that. But like literally every single movie, like 2012, like any like Armageddon, like any movie that where the world is ending, I always watch these people that are like doing everything to just like preserve, their existence by any means, by any means necessary. And I would be the person. They need to do more movies. Like, I guess nobody would watch that. I would watch it, but I guess it would be a short movie. where like the world's ending and people are just like, yeah, I don't fucking care. Like, if it's going to happen, see, this is dark. I apologize. I don't think a black hole would eliminate consciousness. They have been saying, I actually read a lot of like physics articles before. I mean, some people say that it might, and that no information can pass through dark holes or through a black hole. But then it's giving Don't Look Up. I like the ending of Don't Look Up, but I'm weird. But more and more they're saying that actually information can pass through a black hole. But like I said, like say this on a podcast a lot, like you can find any expert to say anything. So I just choose to subscribe to the reality or the belief system where, you know, consciousness can in fact, you know, exist, you know, once it goes through a black hole. In the movie, it's not Inception. What's that one with Matthew McConaughey where he goes through, I believe he goes through, or he doesn't go through a black hole. He kind of hangs around the event horizon of a black hole and utilizes it as like a time travel device to travel to the past to have a conversation with his daughter. Do you guys remember that movie? Interstellar. Thank you. Yeah. So, I mean, so that kind of demonstrates that, you know, you can kind of exist in exterminate in a black hole and everything's fine. So I just choose that. And look, if Cern had fired, if their LHC had fired and created a black hole that was stable enough to absorb the entire universe, and we're still here to have this conversation, then what is there really to be afraid of? I'll say that again. This is not the first time they are firing their LHC. It's not. It's not going to be their last time either. So if the last time they fired it, nothing happened that we can perceive, and some people claim that the last time they fired it, we shifted to a parallel universe. Yes, admittedly, this universe is slightly shittier, but we're still here. So then if that's the case, like, what are we afraid of? It's just going to be, hopefully, like somebody said, hopefully we'll just get shifted to maybe a slightly less shitty reality. Or maybe they let in a bunch of demons and aliens and then we have to kind of like hang out with that. But listen, okay? Listen. Thank you. I don't have prints yet on my paintings, but I'm working on it. But here's the thing. There has been mass awakenings, and that's absolutely true. So maybe we're heading there. I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like a lot of people are genuinely bored, right? And I had a conversation with one of my friends. We talked about this. Like, so we're all chilling right now on live or whatever. And then all of a sudden, like, this is like an episode of Doctor Who where everybody had the cube and then all of a sudden the cubes turned into like the Cybermen and then the Cybermen kind of popped up or whatever. Like, maybe not to that extent, but like if all of a sudden, like just right now as we're all chilling, just like talking, boom, an alien pops into your room. At this point, we have been so like socialized, programmed, whatever word you want to use to it, like desensitized to the concept of aliens. Like, I feel like eventually, maybe I just watched too much Star Trek, but I feel like eventually we are going to end up in like a reality where, like, I don't know, aliens become the fucking norm. They're not even, we're going to find out they're not even aliens, that like they've been existing simultaneously with us and we're just like in the restricted part of the planet because we can't get along and we're dumb. So yeah, what's the worst that can happen? I don't know. Maybe I'm just like traumatized from the last 2 years that I'm just like, fuck it, whatever. Who is we? I have a tattoo of Martha Jones. I loved Martha Jones. I think they did her so dirty. And she was like the greatest character, in my opinion, to have ever been. They should have made her the Doctor. Maybe it wouldn't have worked. But she was so adorable. This is the best topic ever. What? I have ADD, so I got distracted. What are you talking about? I don't know. What was I talking about? Well, one of the Cern scientists said it's a way to make the invisible visible to human perception. Eh. You know what? I say oh, but like honestly, most people, thanks for the compliment on art, appreciate it. You can go to my website and check it out. I said oh, but honestly, I feel like most of us are bored. Come on, don't tell me you're not bored. Don't tell me you're not bored. We're all bored. Like we're like, you get up, you get up, you brush your teeth, you take a shower, you floss. Not in that order, you know what I mean. You do your job, you do your work, you do whatever it is you need to do. You come home, you screw around on TikTok, you talk to your friends, chat, brush your teeth, floss, do the same shit over and over and over and over. I feel like bring on the expansion pack. Bring on the expansion pack. My husband said that he thinks that our planet, like this universe, is like the beta universe, you know, like, which I thought was actually super genius. You know how like there's like a, like when there's like you guys know what a beta is, freak. Like, you know what I mean. But like they test all the bullshit, right, to get all the bugs out of the system or whatever. And he's like, and he's not even like technical like that. He was just, like him and I were talking and I was just like, doesn't it feel like they just like run all the shitty things through here? And he's like, I think this is like a beta universe. And I was like, and I agree. It threw me off that he said that. But yeah, this is the beta testing universe. And I'm just saying, like, go ahead and let's do an expansion pack. Like, I want new playable races. I want new playable races. What races would you guys, okay, we've done it, right? Somebody asked about plant consciousness. I used to not subscribe to the ideology of panpsychism, but I'm starting to think, like, I've seen a lot of videos, particularly on TikTok, of like plants, like somebody's like, touch my arm if you hear, you know, like if you hear me, and then you see the tree doing this shit. And I'm like, shit, that tree's touching them. Like, they never show the full scene, so they like a friend could be in the corner, like moving. But I don't even care. I want to believe. So let's just say that is real, and like plants have their consciousness, and somehow they understand English. Also, cool. I'm assuming we've played as trees. I'm assuming I've probably been a puppy. I've got, you know, golden retriever energy. I've probably been a whale. I used to have lots of dreams about. Somebody asked are you a guy or you got booted. I'm assuming. Are my moderators on right now? Hey, y'all are on it. Cool. I'm a lady. I just have a deep voice sometimes. Trees communicate and heal each other. Yeah, I believe that. So like so then there's my indoor plants. I'm all about that. But like I'm trying to play as like alien races. So can we just, I'm open to it. Like all of this stuff, like with the government, they're trying to hide stuff from us. Like bring on the new races. Like I'm trying to play as like, I don't know if like, somebody said they love my voice. Thank you. Let's see. What are the different, let's talk about it. Let us talk about it. Let's talk about it. I want to be a mermaid. Let's bring on a fucking mermaid. All of these races that we read about in our fairy books, this has nothing to do with fucking Cern, but let's go. I don't care. Freaking, I want to be, I don't have any Doctor Who paintings yet, but I want to be a fairy. I want to be a freaking mermaid. I want to play as an elf. I want to play as a freaking giant. Somebody said chimera. Like, let's expand this shit. Like, if we're saying this is a simulation, then let's freaking go. Let's go. I want some pointy ears. I want some magical spells. I want a freaking unicorn. God damn it. I want to be a dragon. I want a hobbit house. Hobbits. Can we do this? Let's do this. You know, I did paint these. I'm an artist. I need a sticker that says I'm the artist. Yeah. All right, let's see I would love to be a dragon. I'm saying. So, at the end of the day, just to kind of sag the conversation back to Cern, because I want it to seem like Whatever. Somebody said something about dragons. Yeah, I want to be a dragon. You don't want to be a dragon? Nobody would mess with you. Especially if everybody was dragons and everybody could breathe fire. Everybody would just mind their business. You know what I mean? Somebody said they're 5'2", they're already a hobbit. Aw, that's adorable. I was Godzilla at one point. Let's go. I'm just saying, like, they're going out of their way. Thank you. They're going out of the way to, like, hide aliens from us. And I'm just like, okay, it's gonna be, like, super, like, weird the first couple of years that the aliens, like, show up. But then it's gonna be, like, mundane, right? Like, you're gonna open your door and your neighbor's gonna be freaking Martian. And you're gonna be like, click lock, can you please stop putting your trash can in my motherfucking driveway? Like, that's what it's going to fucking devolve into. You know what I mean? So, like, at this point, like, I don't care. If they're... I don't want to say... I don't want to say, because there's always a character in a movie that says these next line, and then, like, it can't be any worse than this, and then shit breaks down. So I don't want to say that, but I'm just saying, like, if Cern is about to open up a hell dimension, one, take me out first. Y'all let me know how that goes. But if it's not what we think it is, and it's just like Martians and like Klingons and maybe elves and fairies, I don't know. What else are we doing? I'm bored. I'm freaking bored. The greatest minds in physics are saying this is beyond serious. They're playing with things. I know I should be serious. This is a very serious conversation. They are playing with things that they don't understand. Let's have a serious conversation, guys. This is super serious. Aliens. Hold on. I thought the trash can was the last issue of the whole world. Nah, it's going to devolve into that. It's going to devolve into that. I would argue, let's play devil's advocate, okay? So right now, the ongoing thing, everybody is talking about Cern right now. Everybody is super serious. I can be serious. No, life is serious. I can also be not serious. Everybody right now is talking about Cern. They're like saying, like Cern's evil. I'm sorry, I'm freezing. It's not me. It's TikTok. It's been glitching. So the video that I posted on Cern, I literally recorded it 3 times. And then that video, I was like, fuck it. I just hit the record button and just hit play. I actually recorded it, changed shirts, and then hopped into the live. Like, so it's not me. TikTok is tripping. And maybe it's not even TikTok. Maybe it's like the whole entire internet in preparation for what's going down on Tuesday. Life could be a big cosmic joke. Who knows? It's giving jokes though. Like, it's giving somebody thinks this shit is funny. And I don't know. I'm not prepared to take it seriously anymore. I'm tired. Are you guys tired? Anybody else tired? Just me. Just me. I'm tired. I'm not afraid to admit that I am tired. Okay? I'm tired. So, somebody is asking. I've got a hair appointment on Tuesday. Yeah, we're tired. Like, I don't care anymore. What is going on Tuesday? Apparently, some scientists in Geneva, Switzerland, are going to open up the gates of hell or something like that. I'm just kidding. They're just firing some particles at each other. It's a particle collision. And they're hoping to not accidentally create a black hole. They're not going to open portal to release the demons. Okay, I want to say this because there's my dark sense of humor coming in again. There's a quote that says, "Hell is empty and all of the demons are here." Sorry. Video keeps freezing. I'm sorry. I can't do anything about it. It's TikTok, yeah. I'll probably wrap up the live so that you don't have to experience me freezing. But yeah, you guys can't get all like upset every time they fire their LHC. Because at the end of the day, what's the worst that could happen? This is not the first time they've done this. So I have to kind of keep something. Like they've been doing this for decades. They fire that shit up like every so often. And maybe that is what is responsible for the Mandela effect that we talked about. But at the end of the day, like, it is what it is. Why are we hearing American mixed with London in your voice? My best friend is also my cousin, and we literally talk every single day. And I picked up his accent because that's just the kind of person I am. Actually, it's a really bad habit. If I did this, there was a guy who came to look at our furnace or our water heater a couple of days ago, and he had a very strong accent from West Virginia. And like we started talking, and I was telling him he should get a TikTok. But like about 20, 30 minutes into the conversation, I started picking up his accent, and I was like doing everything in my power to not pick up his accent because I didn't want him to think I was like mocking him. That's just always like, if I hear something repeatedly or hear somebody talking to me, I just automatically adapt. And then I start. It's an ADHD trait? I didn't know that. Well, thank you. Now I know. Yeah, so it's just a thing that I do. But I don't, yeah. So I just sort of pick things up depending on what it is. Sorry about that. Yeah. So there you go. Cheers to ADHD. Everything is an ADHD trait. Look, I like it, so I'm gonna take it. Sorry, I gotta drink water. It's an ADHD trait. I do it all the time too. Yeah, so that's just why. I didn't even realize I was doing it. I am from Nigeria though, but I've been here for a while, and I do like this coconut water as well. It's dope water. Truly enjoy your content. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Hey, if everybody on here would actually hit the subscribe button, green, white, green, and the notification buttons, because I can't actually say this in my videos because I'll get shadow banned. I get shadow banned for nothing, for no reason. I'm not even doing anything. I'm not saying, all I'm telling you is like stuff that maybe they don't want you to hear. But like, can you guys just watch my videos? Like, don't wait for it to show up on your FYP. It's not going to show up on your FYP. I stay shadow banned. I have a video right now that has like 200,000 views. And then like the next video I put out like 50. Like, it's just, it is what it is. So don't wait for it to show up on FYP. It's not going to. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. They're talking about taking down TikTok because I guess the speed in which information is being disseminated on this app is insane, and it makes sense that thanks for subscribing. It makes sense that they want to shut it down. So I don't think they will, but then again, anything can happen, right? Like the world we're living in. But make sure that you're following on other platforms, and I also have a podcast as well. So just shameless plug. They don't like the discussion we've been having. Yeah. And honestly, like I said, the speed of which information disseminates on TikTok, it's amazing. I should talk about this on a podcast. So we have been programmed to sort of think about how technology is moving towards Cern is freezing. Am I still freezing? I'm sorry. But they're saying, I do have a YouTube channel. They're saying the technology is moving towards like a singularity where it's just like an explosion of intelligence. But I've never actually heard people saying the same thing about like humanity. Like, I think humanity is moving towards like a singularity, like an intelligence explosion, because I'm telling you, I can learn, like if on a day off, I can sit and just scroll through TikTok. I have fine-tuned my algorithm to make sure that I'm only watching like videos where I can like learn something. So I make sure that I'm following people that are talking about things that like I would not, normally be exposed to. Excuse me. And so in like a 30-minute like time period, I can watch like 10 videos or something like that. Did I do the math right? Yeah. And learn much more than like, I don't know, like in a book or something like that. And I read a lot of books, So I honestly think that apps like this, particularly this app, as much as I hate them for shadow banning me, I do. And I hate what they do to like creators of color. However, I do think that there are wonderful, like the app itself and the people who like create it, they're over here. But the creators on this app are fantastic individuals, and I'm amazed at how much wealth of information is just being freely shared and disseminated in in a very short amount of time. And I wonder if humanity isn't moving towards a singularity. Those are my thoughts. Interesting indeed. It goes to show how capable we are at learning. It is true. Singularity is an ADHD trait. Sorry. It is. The singularity is an ADHD trait. Thank you. Cern is freezing you. I'm sorry. I can't do anything about it. What do you think? Hold on, I want to see this question. What do you think they're trying to shut it down if we all have the same mindset? They can't stop us. Well, the majority of the videos I've been saying is a lot of people are coming out and saying we need to unite, or we're calling out their bullshit. I don't want to turn this into a political thing because I want to talk about Cern, but people are coming out and just calling out their bullshit and educating each other. So the platform itself and the creators on it, because I'm not even going to put it on the platform and talk about the creators on it, are doing a phenomenal job of educating, informing, and uniting people. And of course, it's a threat to the status quo and the powers that be. So I can understand them wanting to take it down. I would say that, if you are like in a comment thread or whatever and communicating with people that you're like clicking with, like form Telegram groups. Start communicating with people on Telegram and like sharing ideas that way as well. Don't like sort of have everything just be on this app, right? Connect with people. I think that a lot of people are seriously like dealing with a lot of like depression from community. Exactly. A lot of people dealing with a lot of depression and things of that nature. So we do need each other. And please believe they're not going to like stop the bullshit that they're doing with the news and like just a constant onslaught of like negativity and negative energy and trying to sort of lower our vibrations. So at any point in time, if you meet somebody that you are connecting with or people that you've connected with in the comments section, don't just leave it at that. Like, form a Telegram group. And somebody commented, connect with your neighbors too. We need to do a better job of connecting with our neighbors, talking to people. Unless your neighbor is Gloop Glop from the planet. Sorry. Excuse me. That was a joke earlier. If you've been here the whole time. Unless your neighbor is Gloop Glop from the planet Mars, who keeps putting their trash can in your driveway. See, somebody gets the joke. We seem to be too complacent just because we want the white picket fence now. No, I don't know. I think a lot of people are becoming restless. I don't think people are becoming complacent anymore. Not from the conversations I've been having. Thanks for subscribing. Appreciate you, Nathan. Goop Glop. Goop Glop needs to stop putting his goddamn trash can in my goddamn driveway. And if you're wondering what I was talking about just now with Goop Glop, I was saying that if Cern were to open up another dimension with their LHC by accidentally generating a stable black hole, aliens might come through. And at first it might be shocking, but eventually even the existence of aliens will become status quo. And then your neighbor next door will be Goop Glop from Mars or whatever the next dimension is. Yeah, I'm thirsty. So I'm drinking coconut water. Why do you think that people are talking about aliens? What do you think might be coming through? I don't think... So, like I said earlier, this is not the first time they've done it. The worst thing that they can do is, yes, they might, and this is actually in their reports, so they might accidentally stumble across another dimension, and they may generate a stable black hole that will, that may kind of destroy all of us. That part is not in their, it's not in their safety report. You kind of have to read between the lines and actually question what is in their report, and then ask yourself, like, what the fuck are they talking about? But that said, this is not the first time they've done this. And if you believe that Mandela effects were caused by the last time, they fired the LHC, then the worst case scenario, the worst thing that could happen is either we all die or we just get shifted to a parallel universe, or both, right? Our consciousness gets transferred to a parallel universe where, we just keep going on. So the hope is just that if that is what happens, that we just end up in a better universe than this one. And maybe that's what they're trying to do. Like, we just assume. I don't know why we just automatically assume that, they're doing bad things. Like, what if they're actually trying to? Maybe that's why they're trying to fire it like this summer. Maybe they're intentionally trying to just shift us into a less shitty universe. You don't know. I don't know. Who knows? They want to fix their mistake. Yeah, it would be nice to go back to the universe where the sun was yellow, because the sun's white here and I don't like it. And somebody argued with me. They're like, the sun's always been white. No, it hasn't. It has not. Don't do that. Don't do that. If the sun has always been white, then a sunflower would not be called a sunflower. It would be called a daisy. A sunflower is called a sunflower because it's yellow like the sun. Stop. Okay? Go in your phone, type in your emojis, type in sun, and see what comes up. Yellow. Okay, so the fact that the sun is white, and you ask the average person, what color is the sun? They're going to say yellow. And then you tell them to look. Try this. Next time you run into a regular person and you ask them, oh, I'm going to talk about NPC, that label NPCs. And you ask them, what color is the sun? They're going to say it's yellow because we know that the sun is yellow. And then you tell them to look up. And then they go, why is it white? It's white. That was the first thing that changed. So it would be nice. And I hope that we do shift back to a reality or dimension or parallel universe where the sun is back to yellow. It's yellow in Michigan during the daytime. Please take a picture of it or a video of it at 12 o'clock. Because I want to see that, because I have not seen a yellow sun during the daytime. No, it's definitely white as fuck now. So, yeah. And then let's talk about NPCs. So the only issue I have with the label of NPCs is that my paintings are painted to stare at you. I do that intentionally. And they follow your gaze. The term NPC, the only problem I have with that is that it's said as a castigation or a derogatory. It's becoming a derogatory term. You're saying, oh, that person is an NPC or whatever. And what I don't like about it is because it fails to acknowledge that at any point in time, that individual could actually become aware. Right? Because we were all on various levels of self-awareness or whatever, and awareness of what's going on in this world and reality. So I wanted to try to redefine, and I was going to do a video on it, and I will at some point in time. But can we redefine NPCs to mean just not presently conscious? Just because then the implication there is just it's only limited to the present moment, and that particular moment they just happen to not be present at that moment, and that's it. It allows space and grace for the individual. I know I'm becoming all kumbaya, but it allows space and grace for the individual, and it also acknowledges that at any point in time, you can also go NPC. I've gone NPC before. Have you ever just been on your kumbaya shit, vibrating high, and then I don't even know, the wrong person says some shit to you, and you just and just go off, and then 5 minutes later you're shit, what happened? So I think I'll afford yourself some grace, but also afford others the grace that even in that moment, they may be NPCs, but at any point in time, you can go NPC as well. So just because that person is not presently conscious doesn't mean that they will always be, NPCs. That's all I'm saying. I saw a video saying to imagine the best case scenario happening. I like that. Let's do that. Let's just ignore what people are saying, right? Where everybody's hyping up and the demons are coming through and all that other shit. Let's just ignore that. Why don't we? That's a probability, but we don't necessarily know. But on the opposite end, it could be. Maybe they're just going to shift us to a parallel universe where the sun's yellow again. Maybe they're going to shift us to a parallel universe where, all this shit is not happening. Maybe they're trying to do good, right? If all of this is a reflection of like our mind, right? If mind sort of determines our mind, our perspective determines our reality experience, then hey, what is that video that was going like viral with the lady was like, be delusional? All right, I'm going to delude the fuck out of myself. I'm going to say that on Tuesday, yeah, like they're going to fire their thing and like they're going to shift us to a reality where like, I don't know, good stuff happens, right? Like COVID's not a thing anymore. Like, just a higher vibrational space, right? Maybe Goop is not a dick and doesn't leave his trash can in my driveway. You know what I mean? Like we could really, we could really do things there. So anyway, look up Project Looking Glass. If it applies to Cern, then it's negative. Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'll see how I feel on Tuesday. Maybe I'll go live. Let's see what you guys are saying. So in this universe, can I please be with my celebrity crush? I like that. I did this video about like in the future. I need to repost it. But like imagine a future where like they have access to parallel universes. This is like, I wanted to pitch a TV show. And this show would be like, this company has access. Yeah, no more mass shootings. Exactly. So I wanted to pitch a show about a company that has access to like parallel universes. And then you could get set up with like the parallel universe version of like your celebrity crush, right? So like say you have a crush on, I don't know who's cool right now. Who's cool? Who do you guys have crushes on? Say you have a crush on whomever you have a crush on. But obviously they're famous in this reality. They're not going to be famous in every reality. So you can like get set up with like the parallel versions of them in like another universe. Rihanna. There you go. Jack Howell. I want to see you guys have a crush on Adam Lambert. Cool. Not judging you. Oh, okay. No celebrities. Yeah, I don't know who's cool. Ben Barnes. Okay, Ben Barnes was cool. Ben Barnes. I don't know why I'm not saying his name properly. I'm not religious. Ben Barnes was cool in Shadow and Bones. But I think I liked his character because when he played Prince Caspian, I wasn't really like whatever, but I liked that he was playing a villain. If you have not seen Shadow and Bones, you guys should watch it. It's a great show. Yeah, I have a tendency to... I'm not saying that I root for villains because the last time that I said that, people were like, but villains kill people. And I'm like, that's not that's not what I mean. It's that they tend to be the most honest. But I don't want to like jump into this conversation. I want to see what you guys are saying. What are you guys saying? Number one answer. Oh, I missed it. What's going on? Ben Barnes versus and Billy Russo. I don't know who Billy Russo is. I feel like Michael B. Jordan came out of nowhere. Maybe some another universe. I don't know. He's been around for a minute. Johnny Depp. Stop saying me. Stop. We're talking about Cern. We were talking about Cern. So for those of you who've missed the greater part of this conversation, I want to like avoid repeating because I've been live for a minute now. I will upload this video on my YouTube channel. And so subscribe and I'll add it on there. The villains are usually just people who have not processed trauma. I don't know who these people are in my paintings. I just create them. Some people have theorized in the comments that I am painting versions of myself in past lives. And I like that explanation for sure. Billy Russo in the Punisher. I didn't know Ben Barnes was in the Punisher. Interesting. Somebody's asking me if I can explain the fifth dimension. I can't because I can't conceptualize the fifth dimension. I can conceptualize the third dimension. I can conceptualize the fourth dimension, which is just space-time. And I can conceptualize entities in the fourth dimension, because an entity, a fourth dimensional entity, would be unbound to space and time the way we are. I cannot, from this aspect, from the dimension I'm in right now, I cannot conceptualize a fifth dimension. I'm not even going to pretend to be able to. I try to speak confidently about things that I know about, but I don't like to just like make shit up. You know what I mean? Unless I'm like telling a story. I can't conceptualize it. It's hard to see a forest, through the trees, that explanation. So I can't, but I do understand 4D. And I do understand 3D. But 5D, and I feel like I've listened to people explain 5D and I don't think they understand it either. So I mean, not a criticism to them. Maybe they get it or whatever. But for me, I don't. So I apologize. I did do the paintings behind me. My vibe is very protected. The images, they give off high vibrations. Oh, thank you. Yeah, every time I do a video or do it live, I like having them. It's just feel like I've got bodyguards, just posted up behind me, and then it's not just me. So, but who knows? I don't know. I don't know a lot. What I knew is that I don't know. Watcher are here also. Oh, interesting. You're really good. Thank you. Appreciate it. So yeah. Anything else you guys want to talk about? I think we kind of checked the boxes. It was a good live. It's been a good live. But like I said, if you just hopping in and you missed the first 3/4 of this live, I will be putting it on my YouTube channel. And that's Alex. Exterminate. What is the issue with Cern? It's not really an issue. I mean, we were talking about it. They're just opening a portal to hell on Tuesday. I'm kidding. So, okay, so I'll just say this. A lot of videos on TikTok, people are talking about, they keep increasing the energy. And I think people think that the Large Hadron Collider, if it's this intense laser or something like that. But the LHC is not firing at intensely high energies. It's actually firing at much lower energies than a cosmic ray. And cosmic rays consistently collide with and bombard the Earth to without any sort of disastrous effects. My issue is that their argument is, well, because cosmic rays at higher energies bombard the Earth and don't create stable black holes, then their low energy particle collisions should be safe. And what I said in the video that I posted before I hopped in this live is that it's a false comparison. And I posted an article from physics.org that basically said that at low energy, particle collisions could actually create a microscopic black hole. And so that's my concern. It's not the energetic output. It's that they're going to keep pushing it till they get to the optimum level energetic output where they're going to accidentally create a black hole. And then we're all sort of fucked. But at the end of the day, what I've been saying throughout this live is I don't know if it matters. It is what it is. A bit dark, but I mean, we're all tired. And it is what it is. So, if you guys don't have any more questions, I think I'm gonna head out. Stranger Things portal. Yeah, maybe the Nexus from Fortnite. Maybe. Yeah, collisions do occur in space all the time, and they occur at high energy. So that's why I'm not necessarily concerned about the people are they're increasing the energy. It's that's not the issue. It's that, are they going to hit the right energy where they're going to accidentally generate a black hole? But like I said, even if they do, does it really matter? What's the worst that could happen? We all die. Okay. I know that's dark, but we've already established, I don't want to echo repeaters or people who've already have been sitting through this. So you get the gist. You guys know what I mean. I'm great at art. Thank you. All my spiritual friends have been warning me, but I didn't understand. Thanks for explaining. Yeah, no problem. It's not anything to be afraid of. Look, if I'm wrong, right? If I'm wrong, then, all hell literally breaks loose on Tuesday and the skies open up and demons come through I don't know, Dark Tower style, then I'm wrong. But you can come talk shit on my TikTok and be you lied to me on the TikTok channel. You said there weren't going to be demons and now there's demons outside. Okay, if I'm wrong, that's one of the worst things that could happen. I apologize ahead of time. But People have said that they think that we shifted as a result of the LHC firing. So if anything, we would just get shifted again. That's it. I don't want to like, I don't know. I don't want to like hype people up. I don't want people getting scared. I don't want, like I'm seeing a lot of that, and I think that's why I wanted to hop on the live and just kind of talk to you guys one-on-one. I'm seeing a lot of like scare tactics. I'm seeing a lot of people saying things like, "Don't, this is gonna happen," and be afraid, and like, I don't know. Some people are like saying like, "Don't drink because drinking's gonna lower your vibration and allow things to get like you shouldn't be drinking just in general. Alcohol is bad for you and causes cancer and it ages you." I'm actually like 85 years old, just so you know. I don't drink alcohol. I'm joking. I'm not 85 years old. That's a joke. But you shouldn't be drinking anyway. Alcohol is bad for you. It doesn't do anything good for your body. Just don't. But I don't think that sensationalizing something just to like draw, views is the right path personally. But that's just me. Just be mindful of like the source, and just kind of protect your energy, guard your heart, take care of yourself, and take it easy, because I don't think anything bad is actually going to happen. But if I'm wrong, like I said, feel free to come back to my TikTok and be like, you lied and you told me, that the demons weren't going to come and there's a demon outside right now. And then I'll probably be like, you know what, I'm sorry. My bad. And then it is what it is. Do I know how to communicate with those who pass? Not directly, no. I'm not really. I mean, there are some people who claim to be able to do so. That's never been me. I do think that when we sleep, so I have check out some of my older videos. And older, I mean like 2-3 weeks ago. I do think that when we sleep, we do interact with and communicate with people, the consciousness of people we've lost in this reality. So I think that happens every single day. But as far as how to do that in this reality, I don't know, beyond like maybe mediums and things like that, but I don't really trust it. But I do think every night we go to sleep, we do interact with the consciousness of the people that we care about. I genuinely believe that. And I have several videos on my channel where I break that down. So yeah. So it says, this person says, we are in the physical realm and can't see the spiritual realm. Demons are everywhere. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Demons are everywhere. Aliens are everywhere. I don't think that an entity, just because an entity is non-corporeal, by non-corporeal meaning they don't possess a body where they can sort of interact in this dimension, I don't think that a non-corporeal entity is automatically a demon. The word demon also has taken a negative connotation. There was a time when demon meant daemon. Oh, there's a lag in the comments. Wow. There was a time when demon meant daemon. And a daemon was basically just your higher self, or like a non-corporeal entity that communicated to you and guided you, right? It somehow took on a negative connotation with like Christianity, and it just became this, it just sort of got corrupted, and now it just means like something bad. But just because something has a non-physical form doesn't necessarily or automatically mean it's evil and we should be afraid of it. Because at the end of the day, exactly, why are you freezing anyway? I don't know. I'm sorry. Those are the terms and change them to dishonest hurt people. Exactly. So I'm very mindful of just like words. Words are powerful and we give them power. And also bear in mind that if you are a religious person and you believe that you are a spirit that lives in a body and that your soul, when you die, will go to heaven, then what you're acknowledging and what you're saying is that you yourself are a non-physical entity with a body. So I am not afraid of anything. Once again, I'll say this. I'm not afraid of anything that doesn't have a body, because I'm the same consciousness, spirit, soul. I just happen to have a body that allows me to move in this dimension, or in this, reality, whatever word you want to use. So that doesn't really move me. To me, the analogy I've used on my podcast is, what I say is, I have a car. So I drive a car. If I look and I see a pedestrian, they don't have a car, I'm not going to be afraid of a pedestrian, simply because they don't have a car. So that's my 2 cents. We should not be afraid. And somebody just said, why should we have fear anyway? We are powerful. And I 100% agree with that. So yeah, are there entities around right now that we can't see? Yes, I've made jokes. You've single-handedly cured my fear of ghosts. good. Like, you should not be afraid of them. Like, they're literally just, they're like you. They're souls that just don't have a body. If I'm walking around and I see somebody in a car, like, they have a car, so then they can just move or in a different dimension, right? Or faster than I can that's it. So there's nothing really to be afraid of. That's my perspective. Yeah, but are there things that we can't perceive around us? Sure. If they start messing with my things, though, like, then we have a problem. But if you're just walking around doing your thing and I can't see you, I really don't give a shit. Like, you do you. Like, you could be twerking right around in front of me as a ghost. I don't care. Like, do you. You don't have a body. Sucks to be you. I've got a body. I can drink coconut water. Bet you mad. Yeah. That's not a... What does it say? Can evil prevail? Can evil prevail? That is my energy is slowing the internet down. That is a heavy question. Can evil prevail? I don't know if we have enough. My immediate answer is no. But then it's like, that is a loaded question, because it kind of forces me, it kind of forces you into this dual mindset, like there's a battle. And I don't think that there's a battle. Like, I think that there's just existence, right? And I think things just are. So that's like my first mindset. Hi guys. But ultimately, I feel like love always wins in the grand scheme of things. So the answer to that would probably be yes, right? That love will always prevail over evil, just by definition. But it does force you into this duality, and it does make you perceive reality as a battle of good versus evil. And I don't know if it's that cut and dry. The way I see our reality right now, I do think that there's a very small, very, very, very small, very, very, very small percentage of humans, or I don't know if they're even human, but we'll leave that to that, who are influencing and controlling a very large percentage of people. And it's not necessarily that it's the reason why they're winning is because they got us sort of fighting each other. So they're not necessarily prevailing long term. It's just more that we're unaware, and we have been held unaware through miseducation, through programming, intentional programming, that we are programmed to fight each other instead of realizing, like, it's them, like they're the ones who are causing all of our problems. So is that evil prevailing, or is that more ignorance? Because the moment we realize, wait, this is, what are you doing? Like, there's like billions of us and like a handful of them. And the only way that they've been able to get away with as much as they've been getting away with is because they've turned us against each other. So the moment we collectively realize that and literally stop fighting each other, then it stops. It immediately, this world can become better in an instant the moment we unite. And so the reason why it is the way it is because we're ignorant of the fact that, one, like, we're being used, we're being turned against each other, and two, there's a lot more of us than there are of them. So it's not even evil prevailing. It's just a very small group of people who have sort of programmed our minds and manipulated our collective consciousness into perceiving reality, through a particular belief system. And that's why we have a lot of problems that we have. So the moment we wake up to that, then good wins. So it's not even evil winning this whole time. It's actually just been ignorance on our end. That's it. And that is why they want to, for example, like, take the app off, allegedly. I haven't looked into this, but people are saying that they're trying to get the app removed from, the app stores and things like that, TikTok, because we're educating each other and we're sharing information and we're talking to each other, right? So that's the problem. It's not an evil issue. It's an ignorance issue. So that's why they don't want us educating each other, because the moment we educate each other, is the moment the whole thing falls apart. That's why they control the dogs. Exterminate. Probably not an appropriate t-shirt. I'm all talking about coming together in love, and it's like exterminate. But yeah, so somebody just commented in all caps, information is dangerous. Absolutely. And it's like ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance is bliss to the people who hold knowledge against you and use their knowledge against you. Yeah, it creates bliss for them. So that's my very long response to your question. Hey. All right, let's see. Reading was illegal for enslaved people. So yeah, that's what I mean. So it's not an evil issue. It's an ignorance issue. At any point in time, all this stops if we come together and stop it. That's it. A tree responded to you today. Did you try that experiment? You're welcome. I mean, look, there was a time when I did not subscribe to the whole panpsychism thing. I just said that 20 minutes ago, but I'll say it again. But is it so hard to believe that trees are conscious? I don't think so. I saw a video of a mother and a daughter who had befriended a murder of crows. And like it started off with the little girl, and she started feeding like a crow her food. And then over time, they started giving like the whole like murder of crows their food. And then they like befriended the murder of crows. And then over time, the crows started, I just like saying murder of crows. I don't know. It just sounds so badass. But over time, like the crows started bringing the little girl like trinkets. I don't want to spoil the story. It's actually a really cute story. But it made me realize that, like, once again, we have been programmed to perceive reality in a particular way, that it's just us and everything else around us is unconscious, and which is why we feel so alone. But that is a modern mindset. It's also a Western mindset. It's also a very unhealthy mindset, because it puts you at war against a dead reality, against what you think is a dead universe. Meanwhile, there's life all around us. There's consciousness all around us. And just because they don't live the way we do doesn't mean that they're dumb. It doesn't mean that they're dead. And it doesn't mean that we're alone. So if a murder of crows can form friendships with a family, like I want to find some crows now and feed them like over time, and then gradually just have them watching my back. You never know. Like communicating with trees, like, it's a bit hot right now, but one of these days I'm going to go outside and see what happens. Who knows? Like the way our ancestors. So I always want to talk about our ancestors and what they believed. And a couple of videos I've been putting out lately, I've been talking about that. I've been saying, reconnect with who you were, who your ancestors were before whatever label was slapped on you, right? Reconnect with whatever ancestry you had. Now, a couple of people have said, well, I don't know, like somebody commented like, well, they're mixed. And it's like, okay, so now you just have more options to like reconnect to. But reconnect to who you were before they slapped that label on you. Because all of these different cultures, they all connected with and communed with nature. So they wouldn't go out of the way to commune and connect with nature if they didn't think or believe that nature could commune with them back. Right? It's why I keep posting videos saying that magic is real. I know it's a slight deviation from the things that I normally talk about, because I normally talk about like, quantum physics and parallel universes and things like that. But I think it's all connected. And somebody just commented, we are nature. Absolutely. Somebody just said, what if they're white and you have no culture? That's bullshit. So go and find the video where I'm talking about that, and I break down the different cultures. That's absolutely bullshit. Every single group on this planet has their own culture. Every single ethnic group. White is not an ethnic group, it's a color. So I'll say that again. White is not an ethnic group, it's a color. So if you sit and you say, okay, where did my ancestors come from? Are you Celtic, right? Are you Irish? Are you Gaelish, right? Are you Roman? Are you Greek? Right? Are you Mesopotamian? Are you Phoenician? Are you all of these? Are you Spanish? Right? Are you Nordic? Right? You really need to sit back and go in. Don't let somebody, the moment they put the label white on you is the moment they erased your ancestry and everything that made you powerful and everything that makes you who you are. There is no such thing as whiteness as a race. It was a bullshit label. And please understand that when you're Persian, when your ancestors came here, when your great grandparents, for the most part, came here, the reason why they picked up the mantle of white is because they were discriminated against. So they were very quick to discard what made them special so that they wouldn't get discriminated. Remember, Irish need not apply. No Italians, no Jews. So they picked up the mantle of white so that they could shield themselves from discrimination while they allowed black people to continue to be discriminated against. Now, if at some point in time they sat back and realized discrimination is bullshit and that we're all one, then we wouldn't have what we have now. But please understand that that label, white, does not serve you. It erases you. But I'm not going to delve into that too much. I do have a friend of mine that they were like, I kept asking them, where are you from? And they just kept saying they're white. And I was like, bullshit. What are you? Where are you from? And he finally said, well, my ancestors came through on Ellis Island in New York. They're from Germany. I was like, did you do anything with that? And they said, no. I was like, pick up the phone when you take your ass home, call up your parents and ask them to tell you about your grandparents and your great grandparents. And I took mushrooms before I jumped on this live, and I think it's kicking in. Sorry. It just hit me. You ever it's only a microdose, it's fine. You ever just realize what it kicks the country? Yeah, I'm going to go watch that. I've been right now watching, somebody asked what my favorite show is. I don't have one favorite thing. I have a bunch of shows that I like. I really like Westworld. Westworld was really awesome. I obviously like Doctor Who because I stay wearing Doctor Who stuff. Is Lovecraft? No, I think Lovecraft Country was canceled. Good Omens is a good show. I think they might be coming out with the second season. It's on Amazon. But it was a good show. It's really done well. It was based on a book by Terry Pratchett. I forget who he co-wrote it with, but it's really cute if you like that kind of stuff. Yeah. All right, guys. So I gotta go for obvious reasons. Thanks for hopping in. I appreciate you guys. And if you missed the live, it will be on my YouTube channel, so please subscribe. Cheers. All right, later.